Even brand new people who don't know anything about investing, we can take them and at least show them how to vet a deal and stuff like that. So that's kind of fun if people have extra money to
Right.
they want to check it out.
That's really neat. Please explain what co-living is.
So co-living is a concept where if you have a house to rent, you're going to get maybe in the Sacramento area or El Dorado County, $2,500 to $3,000, let's just say, for a 4-bedroom, where if you rent out individual bedroom, that's probably almost $5,000 that you could get.
I've heard of that, renting your backyard pool.
Some hip camps are a spot in their driveway, in someone's driveway. You can plug in, sometimes you can get water. You can charge substantial amount. I mean, like $80 to $120 a night.
Welcome to Chalkboards to Cash Flow. Today I have with me Jennifer, who's doing some fun things in real estate that she's going to share with us. Jennifer, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. Good to be here.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit about your background. I know you had a business.
I did for
years.
22 years. And, that was my first business I'd ever owned. And I realized that I didn't want to own a job because I had to be there for it to work. So with a lot of the real estate stuff, it will work without you being there, which is
Nice.
So, and then I had some health problems, which got me out of that business. Yay. And I've been substitute teaching for the last 4 years.
Wow.
I did a long time ago, so I was just coming back. So yeah.
Was that fun?
Mostly in special ed and high schools, and
Okay.
yeah, they pay the most. No.
Oh, yeah.
But I've enjoyed it. I've learned a lot.
Okay, good.
There's not something I want to do
Right.
forever because I'm getting older. I want to retire at some point.
Exactly. I hear you. So when did you start investing in real estate? And
so it's been about in August, it was 2 years, so about 2.5 years ago.
okay.
That's when I started my real estate business. I have a business partner that I met through the whole process of, just like I've met you, going through meetups, meeting people. And we have a bunch of private money lenders that we've met. And then we have investors, and new investors come to us all the time. And we basically help them lend their money to the investor, and we facilitate the whole thing till it gets paid back. So
Wow.
it's great because even brand new people who don't know anything about investing, we can take them and at least show them how to vet a deal and stuff like that. So that's kind of fun if people have extra money to
Nice.
they want to check it out.
That's really neat.
Yeah, and then a little less than a year ago, we started doing some co-living. So you want to explain what co-living
Yes.
is?
Please explain what co-living is.
So co-living is a concept where if you have a house to rent, you're going to get maybe in the Sacramento area or El Dorado County, $2,500 to $3,000, let's just say, for a 4-bedroom, where if you rent out each individual bedroom, that's probably almost $5,000 that you could get because you're renting out individual rooms. I'm going to say, usually about $1,000 to $1,500, depending on if you have a private bathroom or what size closet, no closet, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So
That is an amazing difference. And let's see, I guess you could do that if you live in your house too and just rent out.
you can. So my business partner in that, she's been doing this for 14 years, and she actually rents out the rooms in her house. That's how she started. And it's filling a need. There's a huge, shortage in housing shortage throughout the United States. And so it's the people in our houses, they're so grateful. They are so grateful because they have a nice house that they could never afford to rent on their own. They're not paying these huge prices. We usually furnish the house, so then you don't have people bringing stuff in and out. The average stay is 9 months that someone stays. We've had people stay for years, or sometimes if people coming into town for a job, or they're just coming in from another state for a new job and want to find a place but don't know where to go. They stay there. So it's filling that need, and everyone's so grateful because a lot of them maybe are going through a divorce or a separation or all kinds of
career change.
Yeah, and so they need a place to stay, but they can't afford to rent an apartment. Even a studio is expensive.
They are.
Yeah. So and then it's furnished. There's the common areas are, the kitchen, bathrooms,
I was going to ask you if you furnished them. That makes sense that you're not.
You don't want people bringing all their garbage in.
Yeah, that you have to.
All their stuff. Like, in fact, if people have stuff that they want to put in the garage, a lot of times we'll charge them motorcycle if they
for space.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, which you can. We don't let them have more than one car.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're going to have cars everywhere.
Yeah.
We had a guy that came with 3 cars and we're like, no, that's not a thing.
So now you do an interesting thing in that you don't own these homes. Tell us about
Right.
that.
Well,
That's
they're
amazing.
rented. So you have to
Mhm.
we talked to like 30 landlords to get one that's
Right. It
interested in
takes a long
partnering with
time.
us. Yeah. But it's just it's fulfilled the need for the landlords are super grateful because we take great care of their homes. We just had one of the landlords in our house this morning. They can go in anytime they want. Our houses are always clean, so part of the rules. So
and
if you ever have anyone interested, if anyone's ever interested, we're happy to share what we do and
very exciting.
resources. We've learned to how to vet people, how to there's different companies, Pad Split's the one that we use to manage, take their rent and all that kind of stuff. You could, and if you're doing it on a smaller scale, just your own home, you don't necessarily have to have that. But we have a whole application process now of things that we want asked that we didn't know we should have asked.
Exactly. You learn as you go.
You learn as you go. So I'm happy to share that if anyone ever needs that.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
And you have some other real estate opportunities.
Well,
you want to share.
Being a substitute teacher, one of the fun parts, especially working in the special ed programs, there's always the aides and the people who are coming into the classroom. So I have a lot of conversations. And over these years, I've talked to a lot of people. I'm in El Dorado County and who have extra land that they like, what can I do with it? They have a garage. What can I do with it? They have an extra bedrooms or whatever. So I've just looked up and come up with a lot of stuff. I can just share some of those.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have a list here, so it keeps me on track. So one thing would be, it's just real simple. And I mean, it's pretty basic, but if you have fenced area, you could house people's animals, their sheep or whatever. I was actually, my business partner and I were looking at a place where they had several hundred acres and they leased to a cattle farmer and he took care of the land and he built a big, huge, wonderful structure on the land. So it increased the value of the land, but he leased that land for, I don't want to say a number because I might be wrong, but it was substantial, so he knew every year he could bring his cattle there and it was set up for them and he mended fences and all that kind of stuff.
That's great.
So, there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of stuff and a lot of animals that want them, but they don't have space.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the recreational leasing, so funny. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but people will lease their land. This is really a true story. And there's apps, and I gave you a list of all these different apps.
Yeah, we can print it at the end.
But where if people want to come walk their dog on your land, you can. Wow, and charge them to go. Obviously, if you have a lot of land, people hunt land. You can have, I knew a family, there were 2 families that they had their land logged. There was a substantial that logged every year, and that's how their family lived off that. Their families lived off the logging, the
trial. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There are apps in there where if you have like a swimming pool or a big field or something, you can rent it for parties, for people, parties with their kids or parties. So
I've heard of that, renting your backyard pool for I've heard of that. Yeah.
But think about if you're going to go rent a hall or something for a 40th birthday party or whatever, it's expensive and it gets so to be able to rent someone's land and it's more personal. And so I think it's pretty cool. This is RV hosting, but I don't know if have you ever heard of there's Harvest Host, but there's also, and that's, I don't quite know how people make money on that, but because it's free camping for me because I have an RV.
Yeah. So you do it.
Yeah. But the idea is that you can, you're going to go to their winery or look in their petting zoo or whatever they've got, but a Hipcamp, and that's in the stuff.
Okay. Wow.
And I've stayed in Hipcamps and I think they're great. Yeah. So some Hipcamps are a spot in their driveway, in someone's driveway.
Wow.
And you can plug in, sometimes you can get water sometimes, but you can charge substantial amount. I mean, like $80 to $120 a night. You can do less. you can say self-contained, so it has to be, you don't have a bathroom or water or any amenities, so it's just people with RVs.
So they bring their RVs and just kind of.
Yeah, so a lot of them in like people's driveways are, they have a length minimum, like 20 feet or less, or something like that. But and then there's tent camping only, to where people you can drive up, and then there's places. So it's very fun. And
Wow.
I really like staying at hip camps because you're not around a bunch of people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Like the only one there.
Yeah. So it's great if you have land or even a driveway that you want to rent out to people.
Who knew? Yeah.
You can allow dogs, not allow dogs. You can allow kids. Well, I don't think you can not allow kids. I don't know how that works.
That is a unique opportunity for sure.
But
I like
if
it.
you had a yard with a playground, you can allow kids. So billboards and cell phone towers. I know. So I had a house and we had a cell phone tower on it, and they paid me every month. It wasn't a cell phone. It was some kind of tower. I don't know.
Like, I know the Wi-Fi is on towers out here in the country too.
Yeah, but I know the AT&T was coming through, and I'm sure they all still are. They're always looking for land to put a tower on, and they pay you every month to have their tower on your land.
Wow.
So if you have land and it's in an area,
especially.
And this says billboards too. Obviously, it could be a billboard on a highway or something, but I know even these rural areas, there's all these businesses, there's wineries and all this kind of stuff, and if they could advertise on your corner of your lot,
why not?
Yeah,
that's, who thought of that?
Yeah. Because you think these things don't, but it adds up.
It does. The little things add up.
Yeah. We're gonna skip that. Farming and gardening. So one other thing is wild plant harvesting. That's interesting. If you have wild plants, who knew? But I know I've seen that down towards the coast where there's specific kinds of mushrooms and stuff that go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So the other thing is and it's in there, it's in that list, but if you have storage area like a garage or a storage shed that you want to rent out, or if you're okay with someone leaving their boat or their RV or their trailer on your land, people pay for that. Yeah.
I like that.
I was just at someone's house last week, and he has a massive shop, shed, I don't know, and he cut it in half, and he's rented it for the last 7 years to a business.
Wow.
He keeps the other half for himself. So, but
it's a great idea.
Yeah. So there's just a lot of ways now, I think, for people to make money on the land they have. I mean, you got to abide by laws and stuff, but I mean, if it's
good to know. I'm thinking about the land I have. Things I can do. Yeah.
I mean, for me personally, I've heard of those stories where the homeless, or people are like go into the lots at night and stay in the motorhomes and stuff like that. So if it's someone's land, it just feels safer. Yeah. So because you've got the eyes on it, maybe a dog. So anyway, that's kind of.
I like it. I like this idea.
I have a friend who has a shop on their land and cabinet maker, so there's a lot of different. My son's looking for a shop right now.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Maybe going to put one on my land, but maybe he can go somewhere else. But so there's a lot of that kind of stuff. So I don't know if any of those ideas are helpful.
Yeah, they are. They're just kind of ways to get started, to get you thinking about how you can use real estate.
It is, and it's using what you have right now. And it, like you just said, like I didn't know we needed to ask the questions we ask now on an application, but you learn as you go. And people are nice and people are grateful for the most part. If you talk to someone and they're kind of sandpapery at the beginning, just say no. Because but most of the people aren't.
Yeah.
And so good. Yeah. So I think you learn a lot as you go, and then who knows where it could take you.
Well, thank you. Any advice to people out there that might want to start?
Well, obviously, what I would suggest, one thing that I've learned in this business, because for years I tried doing this stuff on my own, and it is so much more fun having business partners. I mean, obviously your husband or your son or your daughter or whatever wife could be a business partner, which is great. But there are so many people out there these days doing these things that it's so easy to reach out and ask for advice, help. see what they've done. There's just so much out there, even on YouTube. But
Yeah, that's true.
but to even contact the people who are, there's a lot of help out there.
And I know you're in a couple of communities, you said. So joining communities where people are doing those things. There's a lot of different real estate investing communities.
There is. I know around the whole Sacramento Valley area, there's tons of real estate meetups. That's how we've met.
Yeah, even meetups, and those are free.
And those are free
Easy.
because sometimes, you don't want to think you have to join a community because they can be pretty pricey. Yeah, some of them. But yeah.
But just go to those local meetups.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it sounds crazy, but there's so many people, I know you can attest to this, that just say, I don't know, I'm just here to learn. I don't know what I'm going to do. And we're like, great.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hi. It's like being on a playground with little kids. They all like, hi, I want to be friends. Okay.
Yeah, it is great.
It's very fun. You get to meet so many people doing so many different things. So.
Well, thank you for sharing all those tips that I didn't even know about. And thank you for sharing about co-living.
Yeah.
Where can we find you if we want to find out more about co-living or anything else?
I mean, I've got a Facebook page that I don't ever look up or update.
Okay.
But, and I have a website, but, I mean, I've got, do you want me to tell my email and my phone number? I don't care. I'm easy. Okay. You can
Some people have Instagram or whatever if they want.
Oh, I have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I am on Facebook, just my name, Jennifer Mead, Meade. Yeah, okay. Facebook, message me.
Okay, good.
And you could probably message me on Instagram. I do have one, I think, but I just social media is my next. Someday I'll.
You got to get on it. I know. I'm learning.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to Chalkboards to Cash Flow, where we turn real estate dreams into real life wins for teachers and everyday investors. If this episode helped you feel a little more confident or inspired, make sure to follow, leave a review, and share with a friend. And don't forget to join our free Facebook group, Chalkboards to Cash Flow, where we support each other every step of the way. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing. And remember, you don't need to be rich to start. You just need to start.